Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Greenville, North Carolina, the Tar River, our backdrop all week long at the 50th anniversary of the Little League Softball World Series. We continue on day 2. Fun is a requirement. These girls got game and they have a lot of fun while they're doing it. We are so excited to continue on here, day 2. Taking a look at the bracket right now and trying to get some momentum on that velo. Swing and a miss though. Marcano gets the strikeout, 1 away for Rhode Island. In the circle from all the winning teams. And on her hand, she pops it up on the infield. Marcano makes the grab. 2 outs for Rhode Island. Williams hits it hard on the ground, takes a couple of hops, and the play is made. Layla Murphy makes the 3rd out. We head to the bottom to see all the family members that are able to travel here to Greenville. Isabella Marcano is the batter. She leads things off and taps it on the ground to second. There's 1 away for the West.
Well, yesterday it was error-free defense for the West team behind Hattie McCumber's hump. This yell to the sky. She is very emotional in the circle.
That one's hit to short. It takes a couple hops. Strong throw from Josie Benavides. And there's 2 outs. Let's learn a little bit more about Wilcox, Arizona. They are small but mighty, and that is
one together and issued a mayoral proclamation issuing it as Wilcox Little League Softball Week.
Yeah, they're making them proud so far. A 1-2-3 inning for Arizona.
Has pins to trade. Don't forget to bring your pins to the ballpark. That's a big thing in Little League as well.
That is smacked off the bat of Julianne Larson, leading things off for Arizona. And she's going to head for 2. She saw the hesitation and slides in. What a start for Arizona. And she'd like to buy her parents a house. That is mighty nice. Very kind-hearted of her. Ball's over the backstop, and the catcher sliding in is Larson. She got herself on 3rd base.
Hey, don't get caught off base, all right? If it's something that's dangerous.
The zone.
That's lifted in the air to left. Oh, coming in, making a nice grab. Olivia Graziano covers a lot of ground. 2 away.
And this ball popped into the outfield, looks shallow enough that it might be able to drop. Over at 3rd base, Julianne Larson came.
Swing and a miss. Marcano gets the strikeout, and the runners left stranded. A little momentum for Rhode Island as they head back to the dugout.
First strikeout of the game for Marcano. 2nd strikeout of the game for Marcano. Gets her team
on to the Little League World Series to win. So it was a shock when Craig and those 2 met. Craig and John. What a diving play. Larson not able to come up with it, but what an effort from her at first.
Well, that might be the first miscue we've seen by the West squad. A first baseman needs to know their range. Not only do they need to remember where their 2nd baseman is playing.
And she wrote a pretty lengthy, detailed description of why, as that ball gets by the backstop, Jaylene Aguirre, and allows Bastia to advance. And she said, Jenny, that my parents are my #1 role models. They work
of Kenzie Fowler, Arizona, pitching great, and still high school coach in Tucson, Arizona.
That one's hit right back up the middle, smacked off the bat. The runner coming home, and Rhode Island's on the board. You can see it on their faces, the excitement for this team. Rhode Island hasn't been represented at the Little League Softball World Series since 1981. Their first time.
So it's been a hot second before this, since this team has been, not these girls, but Rhode Island being able to represent here at the World Series, and they're doing such a good job taking advantage of a miscue in the first batter. That ball to the right side by Bastia, and now comes around to score.
Wow. Haley Stinson at the plate now. Still at the Little League Softball World Series. That's her dad, Craig, who won the 1996 Little League World Series championship with Rhode Island. He's passed on all his knowledge, not just to his daughter, but to this entire team. Enjoy the moment. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's just so for their regionals to advance, you know, the same field that Dad did. Swing and a miss. McCumber lets out a little excitement there for the strikeout. Her first of the day.
Hey, great at bat, look.
Defense recognizing that there's a runner at third with less than 2 outs. They're all pulled in on the infield to get the out at home.
Big pitch from McCumber. Back-to-back strikeouts. There's now 2 away.
Well, look who's settled down in the circle. Earlier, before these last 2 Ks, we saw somebody throwing a little bit too juiced up, and because of that, the balls was going to the backstop. They were opening opportunities for Rhode Island.
For McCumber. That one's away. Runner coming home, sliding in, the tag applied, and the stop from McCumber. Working. Her nickname Shrimpy. She's small. Pops it up on the left side, foul territory. Nice grab. Ella Lamar from third base.
Why is the talent so good at such a young age?
Yeah.
It's because they're getting opportunities all across the board. Look at this play in foul territory. To be able to recognize the fence, put the hand.
5'6" and 7.
There's some 5'11s mixed in too, if you pay
5'11.
attention. I mean, right now, you've got all Sanchez for her third strikeout.
That one's popped up in the air. Neve Reyes is the batter. Haley Stinson is there to make the grab. A 1-2-3 inning for Marcano. Throughout the biographies we read on these young ladies, as that smacked down the first baseline, I'll hold that thought. Running through the bag hard for a leadoff base hit. Is that this group of girls be here? The talent is insane as the ball skips away. Murphy advances to second and gets herself into scoring position. But
Elite level skill training at younger levels.
right back up the middle. The run is being waved in. No play at the plate. They're gonna go to second. And that one skips away. And so Riley's gonna land on third. They're gonna wave her home. She's headed to the plate, slides in. All the way around. Lila Riley.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be scored a home run. It is a base hit that's then had some errors pushed into it. But heads up, base running, a miscue by Hattie McCumber, who lets the ball trickle into the outfield, gets by the outfielders. Get on your horse, that she is off to the races. Lila Riley attacking a pitcher who fills the zone with really good strikes early in a count, and they are squaring it up.
And that's a ball 4. So Garcia works the walk. Still no outs in the bottom of the third.
Even know Poncho yet. We still need to introduce Poncho to this group.
We do, we will. Swing and a miss. McCumber gets the strikeout, her third of the day. Poncho the monkey represented in the West's dugout. Poncho's got the visor on backwards. 1-on-1 down. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for McCumber. And back to the top for Rhode Island. Marcano's also a fan of the Grinch, Jenny.
Really?
Where do you stand with the Grinch? Runner taken off for second, just under the tag. So Garcia in scoring position. Another one skips away. Garcia is on third. We've talked a lot already this week. Leaves it high, lays off, and works the 2-out walk to put runners on the corners. Alexa Okalovitz will come up to bat. Swing and a miss. Marcano taken off for second. Get herself into scoring position. Popped it up on the infield. Right under it is Josie Benavides, who makes the play and leaves those runners stranded for Nielsen. That one one's tapped in front of the plate. Marcano picks it up, and there's one away for Rhode Island.
It's that soft contact year-old, so as she steps in the box, maybe not as seasoned as some of those 12 and 13-year-olds, not knowing how to call time. Look at that hit, though. Great performance to be able to put a big, solid play on that. And with the throw off line just a little bit, she's able to squeak into first base as the first baseman foot off the bag. I mean, that right there, huge opportunity for the West at the bottom of the lineup to pull things out, to flip it back over to the top.
That's why you hustle down the bag. You never know what's going to happen. The foot comes off of Okalovitz. You can see it right there. And the hustle down the line from Quesada turns the lineup over. Aguirre hits it into left, but it's caught. Olivia Graziano had a great first step out there. She's played great defense in left field. And now
Quesada, impressive job. At the beginning of that at bat, you didn't think she was going to be able to pull it out, and then solid hit to short.
And she's going to try to take second on the ball that gets away, slides in and gets herself into scoring position. Let's go back to the play. So we want to take a closer look at this.
And they give it a hit.
That's hit hard to short. Throw across from Stinson is in time, and that runner's left stranded for Arizona as Rhode Island. Hattie McCumber back in the circle for Arizona. Lamar goes to Hope Highlands Middle School. She cranks one in the air to left. Oh, what a grab and a celebration. Elisa Sanchez comes over and gets hugs and high fives from her teammates.
Sometimes when the ball goes to the outways, and because of that one incident, the entire trajectory of Little League was changed. 2 years later, they changed those rules, and women are now allowed to play in Little League softball. 50 years later, still moving forward and pushing the game of softball, and able to first to record the out.
2 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's hit in the air on the infield. Olivia Graziano is out. A 1-2-3 inning for Arizona. They get back to the dugout. They're going to try.
Watch softball all day, any day, but now they're able to actually meet their heroes.
That plays on the ground to short. The throw over from Haley Stinson is in time. There's one away. Stinson's played a really good shortstop this afternoon.
Her dad will be happy to hear that.
There's no doubt. That's popped up. Stinson's going back and pops out of her glove. Julianne Larson is going to end up on first base, and you know she wishes she could have that one back. She's squeezing it a little bit harder. Yeah, it is making sure everyone is prepared. She sprinkles holy water as that one's hit on the ground off the glove of Marcano. They point to first. She's safe. Larson stayed at second. And that one's going to get over the catcher. Larson advances. Benavides advances, and that was ball 4. So that's going to load him up for Arizona.
She just walked her. If it's there, hit it. If it's not there.
And that's the first walk given up by Marcano here today.
At first is Dalen Madrano. Aguilar hits it high in the air to center field. So Larson didn't tag. They throw to second to get the out. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. Larson didn't tag, and Benavides took off as well. Maybe of the Little League Softball World Series since 2021. And there is called strike 3. 6 strikeouts for McCumber.
And they're able to bring in new fans back home.
Called 3rd strike, back-to-back for McCumber. Her team's gonna need that kind of performance. 7th presentation matters so much, and in this sport, you played it for a very long time. I played it up until college, and it's changed so much. Great backhand play, the throw, and catch in time. What a great defensive play. Cassandra Ramirez ranging with the backhand.
Foot off the bag clearly.
Yeah.
But Larson knows her priority. Priority is ball first, then bag. So if she keeps her foot on the bag, she maybe misses that ball and gives an opportunity for Murphy to get to second base.
And you can see the call's going to be overturned. Safe at first. Murphy knew it, and now we all know it too. So the inning can... We've got a lot of lucky animals on this field. That one is smacked into right. It gets down. Murphy's headed for third, and she's going to stand up there. And so the speed and feet of Murphy that extended the inning, and now... Waits on it, hits it to short. Solid throw across the diamond from Benavides. Those two runners stranded, but Rhode Island, they've been hanging. Arizona. She hits it softly to the pitcher, Marcano, who makes the catch for the first out.
And there's so much on the plate of these
Fox on the bases. To me, that IQ is right on par with where his team needs to be.
He's definitely selling himself short, for sure.
Sanchez pops it up, coming out from behind the plate. Lila Riley makes the nice catch.
And they're
Arizona out, down to their last out. On the ground to second. Murphy with the throw, and Rhode Island has their first win in the Little League Softball World Series since 1981. Congratulations to Cranston Little League. You can see it on their faces.
Pretty dynamic performance out of this Rhode Island team. They took advantage of miscues given to them by West, who had an impressive runs, and because of those 3 runs, they find themselves in the elimination bracket. Still life in both of these teams, but Rhode Island will advance in the winners bracket.